Welcome back, everybody. Today we are playing Rimworld. This is our Charlie7 playthrough where we will be attempting to establish a school for gifted youngsters. This is a concept that people without hair tend to do. So Charlie7, being a robot, has no hair, so he's eligible to educate young children with special talents, let's call them. And if they don't start out that way, we'll give them some. We are a transhumanist cult. Welcome Halcyon 212. Glad to see you. This is an ongoing playthrough we've got. This is going to be our third episode of this attempt of it. We've got our initial mechanitor, Charlie7. We've given him pretty much every bionic upgrade to try to simulate him being a robot, like he would have been from Project Transhuman. And we are going to be recruiting faculty and students. Let's see. Last we left off, we have gotten Hosh and Shellen, neither of which is a superb role model. Rodriguez has gotten food poisoning from a simple meal, incompetent cook. Yeah, yes, I was just over in Lucio's stream, so glad to have you aboard. Hop on by when she finishes up. We've actually just secured our base. We used to have this crazy hallway here where we'd left two of the original defensive turrets up just because they're a pain to take out early on. And we got so much junk from people just visiting our colony, wandering in here and dropping their inventories and their corpse. I don't remember what Rodriguez's issue was. She's psychotic wandering. What had her issue been? Oh no, it got cold. Wait a minute. Oh no, it got really cold. I didn't even notice that. I thought this was a more temperate setting than this. Well, that's not going to be good for our food supply by any means. All right, we do have a long-term plan to cut our way into this mountain. We established a foothold out here. We've secured it a little bit. We've got some muffalos out here. But we do want to establish our school indoors for the safety of the youngsters. We don't have any youngsters yet, so it hasn't been a priority. We also didn't have much of a miner. We have a mechanitor, so it might not be the worst idea to research the mining bots. I don't remember what they're called. Let's go look in the research tree. If they're standard mech tech, tunnelers. Yeah. We will need to beat a Diabolus, and I don't want to invite one of those into our base yet, so we're holding off on that. I think we're well armed in this one. Yeah, Charlie7's picked up a charge rifle. Oh, Shillen's unarmed right now. That may have been a result of dropping something when downed. How injured are they? Oh my goodness. Oh, they talked to some mega spiders and they weren't on friendly terms. All right. We've detected a grav core. We're not going to be doing a lot with the Odyssey content right away. So we will flag this for later on. We'll have our equivalent of the Blackbird for going around and rescuing people mostly. We'll do a little bit of improving the grav ship. We'll probably knock out this whole structure here and build the ship out here. Or we'll take out this original base and build it out in this area. This is mostly going to be farmland long term. What are we researching presently? Shields. Okay, shield belts are always great. Do we have the plasteel? We do have some plasteel to be making them, so that makes sense. All right. Rodriguez is one of our assault rifles. Hosh has an assault rifle. And what do we want next over here? Solar panels, fire foam, but advanced lights. You can't go wrong if you don't have advanced lights. It's worth the effort. We had a party, missed that. Mechanoid repair needed. Our mechs are in bad shape. What's this Agrahand doing wandering? Like, I can see if you're out of stuff to do, But that is a long way from base to go wandering. Where... All right, mad alpaca. All right, that's in our... is that gonna, that's not going to make it into our base, is it? No. That is food. Is it forbidden food? Nope, we can just claim that when we need to. Great. See if Shellen recovers here. Yeah, still in pretty bad shape. I remember what happened with that. We had an infestation in our waste area over here where we're dumping waste until we have the tech to get it. Oh, Lucifer, welcome aboard. I appreciate that you find me better than reruns. I don't always, so respect. This is our Charlie7 playthrough. We're trying to get a school up and running for the first time. Our previous playthroughs haven't gotten really as far as having kids. Our instructors are, we have our basically our Hagrid here with the 17 animals skill. Someone else who wants to apply for the same job and is a hard worker, but with a chemical fascination, so I don't know if they're the best role model. And I remember where we got Rodriguez. She's a psychopath body purist. I think we rescued her. Oh, that was it. We were going to try to rehabilitate her and see if we could turn her into a productive society member. Is this our bear or is this a random bear? Grizzly Bear 1. This is a school mascot now. It is unnamed. We have not done anything as far as customizing it. Wasn't sure if we're going to keep it. The bears are definitely edible. Push comes to shove. All right, advanced lights. Easy enough. Quick one to research. Biofuel refining is never going to go bad. We will want to get up into the genetic engineering stuff, but we don't have any candidates for that right now, so it's less urgent. All right, what is this guy doing on the floor here? Missing body part. Oh, it is dead. All right, Charlie7, can you throw it in the gestator to put it back together? Thank you. Manhunter pack. Now, we just had an alpaca set off all of our northern defenses. Well, 60% of our northern defenses. Oh, and it is coming from that side. So, got a pack of manhunting crows entered the area. Well, they can fly over stuff nowadays. How many crows are in a manhunting pack of them? Not an inconsiderable number. That is a lot of crows. Are they all maddened? Sometimes you get a few that aren't in a pack. Now, that is 10 manhunting crows. And I don't think we're putting up with that. I think we're going to shell in... Oh, you've got a beam repeater. All right, everyone's armed here. The arsenal over here was great for us. Let's just get everyone outside. Well, it's melee time with the crows. Oh, Free Like New, welcome aboard. I saw you join the Discord. This is something we have been doing a lot more of lately. Rimworld's one of the games we've got. You mentioned you're a Black Ocean fan. I don't know if you've read any Project Transhuman, but that's sort of the loose theme of this one. We've got Charlie7, our protagonist here, that we've given pretty much all the bionic upgrades to turn him into as much of a Project Transhuman robot as we could. Boy, a lot of our muffalos are getting pregnant down here. We're gonna look at the million tiny little muffalos. How many do we actually have, baby muffalos? Calf, 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 calf. 4 baby muffalos, and it sounds like another one in the works. We may have to expand this pasture area so that they can all survive grazing. All right. Did anyone get any significant injuries? I didn't even check to see. All right, Charlie7's almost never going to be too badly hurt because most of his parts aren't fleshy. Yeah, we need Shellen to take a rest here. Let's designate that for medical. Shellen, rest until healed. Hosh, how are you doing? Bunch of tiny little injuries. This is how you die. You take a bunch of tiny little injuries, don't get them treated. You start getting a little bit of blood loss. You start getting infections. And Charlie7 should start tending to these guys. And where are you going? No, you prioritize tending to the injuries first, and then you can go have a meal. There we go. We have a lot of meals and no refrigerator yet. Right, I want to start taking a little bit of a look here to see who we can get working on mining. Looks like Rodriguez is our mining candidate. We're going to start carving ourselves out an indoor base. And we're going to establish our food source, or at least our food production and storage, in the base, because that's not a good long-term strategy. All right, let's. We're going to do a little bit of marking here. We're going to mark out a 2-wide wall, and this is going to be our freezer. Make a nice big one. And let's see, it's there. We want to have airlock on our way in, and we'll probably end up putting one over here for a way out. So then we'll mine, and we'll designate all that. I do miss Dwarf Fortress's mining priority feature, but mining just isn't as big a factor in Rimworld. All right, we'll just designate that for now. It's plenty of work. Amateur miner, not going to get very far with that in a hurry. So, major break rest. Who's upset? Shellin, probably because you're injured, right? You're all upset about intense pain. Observe rotting corpse. Yeah, you're really not a fan of that rotting corpse business. Fair enough. I wouldn't be either. Recreation unfulfilled. We need something to do around here. It is around freezing outside, but it's no longer going to kill all of our crops. Let's... You know what? We can have like a little... Do we want a rec room with our prisoners, or we could just have one over here? That might make sense. It's just rec and dining room. Let's see... Chess table. Poker table. Do you have a horseshoe pin? We have a horseshoe pin. We kept it indoors, because we're responsible adults. Can't have a horseshoe pin indoors if you actually have the kids around. Not that Rimworld takes that into account, but it's just a bad idea. I do have the feeling that we would be the kind of school where they still allow jarts. Like, Rimworld's not the safest place to begin with. Like, you are free to have your 12-year-olds carrying grenades. Or your 4-year-olds, for that matter. Like, I'll give Dwarf Fortress a little bit of grief for the amount of child labor they encourage, but at least they don't encourage child militia. Alright, you're relaxing, Hosh. And you weren't really hurt much to begin with, so you'll be fine soon. Got cracked of the jaw with a crow beak. Those are some badass crows. Actually, we should unforbid those crows. Probably edible. Food poisoning, incompetent cook. Now, if I'm not mistaken, we don't mind nutrient paste. Where is that? Eating nutrient paste. Let me scroll this up. Eating nutrient paste, don't mind. That's one of our ideologian tenets. So that's probably a safer way to feed people. Let's turn this into a temporary dining hall. I hate having to build 2 nutrient paste dispensers, but we can't have people getting food poisoning. Oh, got a biofuel refining done. And let's see, do we need basic grav tech yet? Nah. Let's look at... Let's just back up here. We'll do xenogenetics. That'll let us start looking at people's genomes and getting some storage on that. We fixed our... What happened in here? Where did our dead Militor go? Don't know what happened to that Militor. I thought we stuffed it into the gestator. Oh, it needs steel. Charlie, start the thing up. I told you to start the thing up. All you did was throw it in the... You threw the dead one in the gestator, but you didn't actually supply it with resources and start it. There we go. That's more like it. It should be thrumming in red. That's how you can tell machinery is working. Thrumming, red, working. All right. Hosh is fully healed. Great. Is Rodriguez actually working? What is Rodriguez up to? Oh, we actually have some real resources assigned over here to mine out. That's not so bad. Toxic waste pack deteriorated in storage. This area is going to get highly polluted. We're going to have to clean this up later. We are poor environmental stewards for our children. Are we low on wood? No, we're not. We're just low on people getting stuff done. All right, we have, let's see, clean sweeper. The constructoid's recharging. All right, we'll give that a little bit of time. Need more beds. Let's get a couple more beds built. Once we get the food situation moved over this way, we'll work on some bedrooms, a kitchen area, maybe some more bedrooms, rec hall. I'm just thinking a little bit, not planning heavily. We'll probably have our AC units coming out over here for the freezer, which means we're going to want to put some power generation nearby. And we're going to be using toxifier generators, because why not? Oh, I forgot, we still have 2 cryosleep caskets. I think we want to get ourselves some traps. And hopefully when we wake whoever is up in here, that's a nice thing. If you wake up the cryosleep people, one of 3 things has happened. They're dead, not a threat. They're alive, and they're a threat, and the traps will help. Or they're friendly, and the traps won't set off for them. I mean, they could trip into them like anyone who's friendly, but it's just a nice little precaution I've started doing when opening cryosleep caskets when a little bit underarmed. I can also unforbid the door so, someone will go in there and do it. Major break risk. Shelling again. You still remember seeing those corpses, huh? Your mood is improving. Unsightly environment. Eight without table is frustrating. There are meals here and a table and chairs there. That is not a long way to go to get from a food to a table. I can't do any more for you than put you in a high chair. It's not the kind of colony we run. I was going to say we're not going to be taking kids that young, but we probably will. We're not going to be like a high school. We're going to be like a pre-K through college. I haven't seen a lot of raids here. We're expected to have something by now. All right, Shellin still major break risk. Mechanoid needs repair. Charlie, can you just go around fixing these things? All right, gestation complete for the Militor. I do appreciate the Agri-Hands will take care of almost all of our farm work. I don't remember anyone else being good at it around here, so it's not like we're taking jobs. All right, finish xenogenetics. Create xenogerms which can be implanted in a person to genetically modify them. Extract gene packs from living people using a gene extractor so you can reimplant their genes into someone else. It's not the only way to get genes, but is a nice way to get genes. And why do we have half a poker table over here? Uh-oh, Shellen went berserk. In a poor mood because of intense pain. You know, it's a great way to deal with intense pain? Picking a fight. Interesting. Why did he not go after... Oh, there we go. He was chasing Hosh. Hosh, it's okay to fight back. One of you is going to go down. Hopefully not fatally. Hopefully not fatal. Ooh, training melee skills. I saw that little 4 melee. My goodness. All right. Charlie, go rescue Hosh. And hopefully you don't have to fight Shellen. Like, if Shellen wants to fight this Agra hand... Oh, there we go. It's fighting our Constructoid that we just finished recharging, who was working on our poker table. Shellen, I'm disappointed in you. A little impressed that you won the fight, despite your physical condition. I will allow the Constructoid to fight back. Wait, Charlie, what are you doing? Why are you running away? You shouldn't be set to run away. Oh, and he killed the Constructoid. Shellen! Oh! Well, I beat up one of my friends. I beat up the Constructoid. On to the mini-boss. Let's fight a bear. There we go. Thank you, Grizzly Bear 1. Now we may rescue Shellen. Grizzly Bear 1, are you okay? Grizzly Bear 1 is largely fine. And Charlie should be, yeah, going to deal with some injuries. Did Charlie get hurt badly there? New injuries, not a whole lot, honestly. All right. Their weapons are forbidden, but I believe they are eligible to go pick up their own. We'll keep tabs on that a little bit. Hosh doesn't seem to be doing anything about that. His priorities and mine are probably a little different, though. He wants to cook. I'd prefer he was armed. A little slow. How badly are you moving? 29%. Yeah, your legs got beat up pretty good there. And Charlie is very fast. You're just going for a walk. I appreciate, as a Gen Xer, the whole just walk it off mentality. Probably not the best way to treat this injury, but I have definitely tried walking off lower limb injuries before. Not claiming it worked, but I've definitely tried it. All right, Charlie, what are you up to? Okay, you're down here. Oh, you're recoloring your apparel. Let's see what... where'd he go? Let's see what he does. I didn't see any change. That was a very subtle and possibly unnecessary color change there, Charlie. Deep breath camp works. Depending on the severity and suddenness of the injury, swearing does help. Simple meals rotted away in storage. Yeah, this is the problem. It's one thing to make a few meals ahead, knowing that you're not going to be able to refrigerate them, and then just consuming them on the fly. It's kind of the theory we're going with. We're producing enough food around here, but long term we want to get ahead of the game, and that'll be our freezer. Rodriguez is having a tantrum. Awesome. Unsightly environment. You are so mad that it looks kind of ugly in your bedroom. They're just going to have a tantrum. She's going to smash things in her room, which I guarantee you, not going to make it look better. What else was bothering her? Despised weapon, wielding assault rifle. Ooh, you are still not our ideologian. We have to convert Rodriguez. Please don't break nice beds. These stupid ancient ones, yeah. She broke Shellen's bed. Oh, that is so rude. Broke both hospital beds. Not that they're actual hospital beds, but both designated beds. Oh, what is wrong with this room anyway? It is a little bit ugly. It's a mediocre barracks. Like, I could make it better, but it's not worth it, really. It's a short-term fix. We're going to be over here, assuming Rodriguez mines it out. We could pot some plants. Don't really go with potted plants very often, but all right, we can give that a try, sure. Let's find some plant pots. We'll do a couple corners there. I believe we've even been planting dandelions. That's actually what Charlie's working on right now. Because they're great for the muffalos to eat. Now, would I rather see the Agrahans doing this? Yes. Are the Agrahans allowed over here? Let me double check that. Oh, they're actually all unrestricted at the moment, so yes. Well, I forgot I named a couple of the baby muffalos. So we've got Muffy the Muffalo, the female, and the male Muffalo is Mark. Well, at least we put the beds back together quickly. Let's unassign that from Rodriguez and let her pick out one of the better actual beds. It is a thing, and it will help the exact problem we were talking about. It's just a minor help to it. Oh, we're keeping up the training on our bear. That's great. So we delivered the materials to make all these. Someone just needs to, do it. Okay, what is that? Constructoid. Dead. All right, Charlie, can you... All right, Resurrectolite Mechanoid. There's nothing you can do more important than being your Mechanitor self. Stuff no one else can do. Pelts on the floor don't affect us. I think there are some other ideologians that are fine with like straw mats on the floor and whatnot. But we have a techist ideologian, so our vibe is like hexagons and high tech. You can probably see a little bit of it here. It's a little bit harder to see here. Like if you see the shelf here, it's not just a square shelf. Like the bookcase, just rectangle, but the shelf and the small shelf are hexagon based. It's just an aesthetic. Our people like being around that aesthetic because of our ideologian. Okay, crisis of belief. Hosh is... Oh my goodness, he gave up on ultrahumanism. He believes in kleptism. Oh, no. Hosh, we're going to have to fix you. Oh, everyone is in such bad moods. All right, we're going to be starting an ad break soon, but we haven't started it yet. Fiesta of Assault opportunity. That's for the kleptos. Kleptors. We're not going to do anything with that. We are not respecting his belief. Ultrahumanism is the way to go. When Charlie7 wakes up, we'll have a talk with... Well, we need Rodriguez and now Hosh back on board. How strongly does he believe in kleptism? 50%. Rodriguez, 99 belief in astroarchism. All right, we're going to fix Hosh first, especially since it's a much less similar religion to ours. Oh, great. We've got daylilies. I don't really see a reason to put something besides daylilies in the flower pots. That's fine with me. And beauty has gone up a little bit. Each of these is, oh, actually, that's pretty good. 18 beauty for each of these flower pots. It's actually better than I'd remember them being. So, yeah, we've spruced the place up. Okay, so we can change what plant we want to plant in there. The mech hive signal, we're not going to worry about this at this point. All right, we constructed one of taking care of those. Oh, we need a plank. I believe that's the altar for our religion. Do we have our religion set up somewhere? Yeah, it's just in here. All right, we'll see about creating a plank. Where did we have that? Pew, lectern, medium altar. There we go. There. All right, we're starting up an ad break. I'm going to take a quick break here. Those of you who are subscribed or who may be joining us from YouTube today, take this opportunity to do a little self-care, and we'll be back in a couple minutes here. All right. Ad break seems to be finishing up. And let's see, where were we? Oh yes, everyone is abandoning our ideologian, and we're going to have to crack some skulls. Metaphorically. All right. Okay. Oh, great. Did we convert him right back? We got him. Okay, just one conversion attempt. We got him back. Like, we just needed to have a good talk with him. I feel a little better about that. All right, Charlie7 is working the fields. We need to get him off of that job. Charlie7, let's see. How about we get you mining instead of growing? You can also improve stuff, but like, I'm not researching anything right this second, and I think we need the extra hands doing some manual labor right now. That was Militor. How badly is this thing hurt? Yeah, it's not doing much. We do need to fix it, but lower priority. We've got a trap corridor here defending us. I think we want to focus on getting essential resources indoors. Even to the point, honestly, where I think we're going to cancel those 2 spots. Just going to go straight in, mine out this potential freezer. Then we'll mine out the holes we need to refrigerate it, and we'll get some toxifier generators placed nearby to power it. Actually, we did research toxifier generators, right? Yeah, we've got it here. Horrible environmental stewards, pragmatic short-term solution. All right, people are sleeping. Rodriguez, enjoying yourself. That's fine. I don't mind when the characters take care of themselves a little bit. Now, Hosh and Shellen. Oh, we didn't redesignate any medical beds. Hosh, after you're done with that, re-equip your assault rifle. And Shellen, when you wake up, grab your beam repeater. Even though you don't deserve it, we do need you armed. I just had this like vision of these 4 incompetent oafs with super advanced high-tech weaponry, and the colony gets invaded by crows, and they're just blasting off into the sky, missing like crazy, and these crows just dodging in like anime characters and bringing it to melee. They still lost, but it was probably a closer fight than it deserved to be. What are we making this out of? Steel. And we have work left to do, and that's it. All right. We have a constructoid that's resurrected, and Charlie needs to get it out of the gestator. Shellen is mad again. What is up? You want a neural supercharge now. Awesome. We need to even research that. Missing a plank. Okay. What seems to have happened is we've passed a colony wealth milestone, and now they want a little bit better stuff. Why are crows so dangerous? There's nothing particularly dangerous because they're crows. A manhunter pack is just a bunch of maddened animals that rush forward and attack your colony. The crows are dangerous because there was 10 of them, and they peck at you. No one's gonna, the crow's not gonna cut your head off or, peck your brain out. But they can do a lot of minor injuries. Some of them can end up scarring or getting infected. It is entirely possible for a crow to destroy a colony by being the little bug that went kerchoo. It causes a little bleeding injury, and you don't tend it right away because it's not life-threatening. You have other stuff that's really important, and it gets infected, and the infection gets worse, and then your guy is in a lot of pain from the infection, and he has a mental break, and he starts screaming at one of your other colonists, insulting them, and then that person has a breakdown, and they're a pyromaniac, and they decide to light your chem fuel on fire. Boom. And it's one of those things where you have to manage a lot of little stuff to keep bigger things from spiraling out of control. For instance, I had this little prison over here, and I am storing chem fuel canisters in here because they started there. Is it the brightest idea in the world? No. Honestly, the brightest idea in the world was probably pocket knives that double as a keychain, but this was also not it, definitely. It was a murderous murder of crows that got murdered. I believe there might be geese in-game. They're not common if they are, or I maybe just don't settle in a biome that has them frequently. Movable tape is... It had its heyday. It's probably not as essential as it used to be. Ooh, a transport pod crash. Is this a student? Faculty? What can we get out of a transport pod crash? All right. A contract miner named Evie is crashing in a transport pod nearby. Now, just for Project Transhuman purposes, finding Eve, awesome. She is from the Merchant Syndicate. If she returns home safely, she will spread goodwill between your factions. You can also capture her for recruitment or slavery purposes, but this will anger her faction. So we're not getting a colonist out of this. But let's see what we've got. She is female, age 47, so not a student. She has asthma, cracked arm, bruised arm, cracked rib cage, cut sternum, leg cut. She's actually not in such bad shape, like immediately going to die. She's greedy and iron-willed, great at construction, incapable of violence. She is a devotee of pain-guiltism, which sounds more like an Esper. But we are going to patch her up and send her on her not-so-merry way. Let's get... oh, she crashed in our Muffalo pen. We don't even have to go out where it's dangerous. The Muffalos will look after her in the meantime. We'll rescue Evie. No, we would have seen a badly injured buffalo right next to her, and they all seemed fine. I appreciate that our clean sweeper is out here in the Muffalo pens, sweeping up. All right, so did we patch Evie up at all? No. Charlie. Like, it doesn't take much. She wasn't that badly injured. There. All right. Check the farming work site nearby. I don't think we're going to worry about anything off map. May make an exception, but it'll definitely have to be a special circumstance. We've got our grav engine here. If we want to build a spaceship, this is the basis of it. We are long way, and we have different goals right now. Honestly, we're using this as a lamp post because it glows a little. All right. Heritage Solstice Tree Time Opportunity. Okay. Every year on the 15th of December, Ultra Humans have a special celebration. To begin the ritual, select a Christmas tree and click Begin Heritage Solstice Tree Time. Boy, that's a mouthful. I named that too. Command expires in 9 days on the 9th of April, May. So we are going to build ourselves a Christmas tree. For our ideology, it is called a shiny aluminum tree. Let's see, where do we want to do this? Right in the lab is fine. And we're going to prioritize that. Let's get a great big shiny aluminum Christmas tree. And we're going to celebrate Heritage Solstice Tree Time Opportunity. All right. Party around a Christmas tree. Participants will gather around a Christmas tree and make merry. We would get more out of having more people, but the room is moderately impressive, so we want to have a great celebration just because it's a time about having a large group. But, you know, we'll have a small dedication. Pallet tree for years, decorated for any holidays that came throughout the year. Awesome. That's called practical. Oh, we had a terrible Heritage Solstice tree time. We had -3 mood for 6 days. Oh, someone doesn't know how a Yankee swap's supposed to go. Someone forgot the words to the 12 Days of Heritage Solstice tree time. Are we working on this? Okay, we've got actually... Oh, Rodriguez is working over here. And Muffalo 6 gave birth. We have a lot of cloth. We have a lot of... reasonable amount of Muffalo wool, too. I should make some nice, comfy furniture. And some clothing. Do we have a job for clothing? We don't, actually. We built the thing. Okay, we want to get some dusters. Those are great for everybody. So we want to do until we have Just one, but we will make sure that it has at least 52% hit points. They'll take them off when they get tattered. The EV's vehicle have any resources? No, it was a transport pod. It's essentially an escape pod, and it doesn't leave debris or anything like that. So there are occasional quests and events where you'll get some sort of thing on the ground you can salvage after, but that's not one of them. How's Evie doing? She doesn't look like she's in such bad shape stats-wise. Still in severe pain, so once some of this stuff clears up, she should be good to walk out under her own power. Look, change desire for Hosh. Oh, Hosh, did you change looks in that like 5 seconds you switched religions on us? Here, let's get you spruced up. You have a face tattoo we want to get rid of. You know what? Easy enough. They wash right off apparently in this game. This wood styling station comes with lasers tattoo removal. All right, Shellen's back. She missed Christmas. It might have been her missing that ruined that Christmas. Sorry, Heritage Solstice tree time for us. I am going to have to test pronounce some of these rituals when I'm doing ideologian creation, because that one sucks. I just can't see that one too well. All right, we're feeding a meal to Evie. Good for her. Quest available, Ancient Spacecraft Hack. Okay, here's one. You've detected an orbiting space drone that may contain information about DNA repository. That's a relic of our ideologian. You have the code that will force it to land at Charlie7's School for Mutants. To get the information, hack into the drone's computer. Hacking takes time, but those strong in intellectual skill can speed up the process. Wasters from Virus Band will detect the drone's energy signature. As long as it's present, they'll send attackers approximately every 8 hours to destroy it and steal the wealth they think it contains. You'll have some time to prepare defenses around it before they arrive. After landing, the space drone will self-destruct in 30 days. All right, we have actually a moderate portion of the map cordoned off. We could get really lucky and have that land in our spot. So we'll try and we'll see what happens. Let's see where it crashes. Space drone incoming. I really expect it to be a little more prompt. Oh, wait. Oh, it's over here. All right. So, it did not land inside our base. We're going to send everybody over here. And what's going to happen is the wasters are going to come and they're going to try to blow this up. Whereas we would like to hack into it. And we're going to give Charlie the go to work on that. So we get the hacking progress down here. Whoops, down here. And everyone else is just bodyguarding him. And it's going to be a little rough. Oh, you know what? Let's, hold on. Let's get a little temporary area. And we're going to assign our Militors up here. How's that for clever? We have guard robots. They can do some guard roboting. All right, raid's arriving in about an hour. Militor is showing up. Hosh has had enough of this shit. He's going to bed. That's fine. Same thing. Okay, everyone else is tapping out too. A little disappointed. All right, raid from the Virus Band. They've arrived to destroy the space drone that was forced to land nearby. Let's jump over here. We've got Butcher with a bolt-action rifle and Grancier, a builder, with a knife. All right, Charlie. Why are you not attacking Charlie? Attack. Charlie? What is going on here? I don't understand. Usually I'm able to shoot things when I have a gun. And it's so weird. Why isn't it letting me shoot? Fortunately, Charlie is reasonably adept at punching things. There we go. Try attacking the space drone. Who else is here? All right. Rodriguez is sleeping. Butcher is actually fine. Okay, do we want to recruit him? He is an abrasive misandrist brawler. I think we're going to wait for him to get back up and punch him again. I don't think that is someone we need to recruit. Now, how are these guys doing for sleep? Oh, okay, Rodriguez, you can wake up and get over here. Let's finish him off just in case. All right, so we're going to see if we can finish up. Charlie7's making great progress on this space drone, even though it took some damage. All right, these guys are both awake. We're going to send them up here to help guard this. Lifter one hit a trap. What are you doing, Lifter? Get that little bit in mind out there. All right, almost done. All right, Rodriguez is... All right. We've hacked the space drone. Oh, and it's going to self-destruct in 30 seconds. So let's get everyone out of the way. Militor 2 may not survive this. We're going to have to live with that. So, we finished hacking the space drone and learned more about the ancient Ark relic. Good to know. Single explode. And this one may have some pieces we can come away with. All right. Militor 2 was destroyed. Successfully completed. Hack ancient spacecraft. Everyone, good job. And Charlie7 is attending to his own wounds. Let's get this stuff. Oh, sorry. 4 components and some steel slag we got out of that. Oh, and uranium. If anyone needs a poor cloth parka, we have one available now. I don't think we do, but never know. I don't think Evie was short on clothing. No, she's got button-down shirt and wool pants. 16 degrees out. Oh, she's going to be fine. That's 16 Celsius. For anyone who was thinking freedom units there for a minute and thinking it's below freezing. It's actually quite temperate out. We still have a llama. Sorry, an alpaca in our trap. It looks like we've rearmed everything, which is nice. More meals rotting away. Oh, everyone needed medical attention. The fighting for space in the beds. All right. Well, remember, Militor 2 needs to get taken care of. Let's just do this forever. Whenever we have a light mechanoid that needs replenishing, it's worth doing. Oh, there are definitely murder bots in this game. We haven't even seen real murder bots. Our little Militors are like the wimpy baby. It's essentially like the mall cop of mechanoids. They're slow moving, they're short range. They carry a mini shotgun. I mean, yes, they're dangerous, but one-on-one they'll lose to almost anything. All right, actually getting some progress up here. This is starting to look like a place. All right, what we're going to do is we're going to designate out. Let's see, we'll go in here and, all right, 4, 4, all right. If you're like new, glad to have you stop by. Hope you enjoy Passage of Time. Curious how far you are into the series. Which mission are you on? If I catch you before you're out. No problem if you're not. Mission 6, awesome. So, real space, real chase? I love the audiobooks. When I read for like editing and whatnot, it's all stuff I wrote, and it looks just like the way I wrote it. But when Michael reads it, it adds an extra element that I can go back and even enjoy stuff that I've written. So, more stuff. Tantrum, Hosh. Chemical starvation. Hosh. Are you going to destroy the bedroom again? Oh, you're killing flowers. Oh my god. Like, do I need to make these things out of plasteel just so they can survive tantrums? Oh my goodness. All right, so this is not a great faculty as far as demonstrating self-control. Good night. Hope to catch you around. We have a big launch tomorrow for Edict AI and the celebration thereof for a day-long stream this coming Saturday. So hope to see you there. Catch you around the Discord. We failed a quest that I wasn't trying to complete. All right, we got anything important up here that's still left out? We've retrieved the Militor that died. We need to get those components. Rodriguez, you're digging up limestone. Hosh, you're sleeping. When you wake up, we'll never do hauling. Interesting. How did you end up being so useless? All right, you can haul when you wake up. Oh, no, uranium. Uranium doesn't look like much, but it's great stuff. Our other Militor needs charging, and no one has put it on the charging station. Wait, why did you... I watched that. She picked up that Militor and moved it from there to there. I have no idea why. Wait, is Shellin a she? No, Shellin's a he. All right, so we got our spot started over here. We are going to put in a toxifier generator. And a pollution pump. We're getting a raid from the Sniper Army. Watch them send melee guys. They're going to prepare for a while, then attack. It's 3 guys, 4 guys. How many you got here? Ooh, this is 5 guys. We're going to be outnumbered. Preposterous. All right, beam repeater, assault rifle, charge rifle. Okay, all our guys are armed, which is not something that's always the case. Who have they got here? This is a Stunji. Always nice to see them. Would rather they were friendly. Brawler and a fast learner. Oh, this is a great colonist. If Lilith Luxembourg makes it, we might accept that one. Fur, a Laku. Okay, we're getting some Black Ocean races stopping by. Okay, age 34, age 42. Okay, so all faculty so far. Another Stunji, who's too smart and kind. Look at the stats here. Loving these guys. Why aren't you working for me? This Stunji is unwaveringly loyal and a nudist. Again, some great stats, but you won't be joining us anyway. And another Stunji, trigger happy and industrious. Oh my god, are they good with plants? Wow. All right, Barrett is not eligible to recruit. I would take any of these other guys. Abrasive's a little. The abrasive Laku, a little less sold on that. Passion for mining, though. Good crafter. Might be willing to live with that. All right. They're going to be coming from the north, which means they're going to be coming through this trap hallway. We'll man these barricades. Charlie, can you do a conversion ritual on Rodriguez just before we get to that point? All right, so we improved her a little bit there. Let's just get preemptively everyone up to the walls here. Now, if I was paying attention, I would deconstruct all of these barbed wire bits so we can stand right up next to the barricades. And we're going to see how many of those we can get out of here before then. Rodriguez, you're not assigned to constructing, all right? Hosh, there we go. And Zelen, are you assigned to constructing? Yes. See if we can take this apart while they're on their way here. Whoop, Charlie. All right. All right. I think we went all Dread Pirate Roberts on them. I don't know that we got hurt. Okay, we got a little bit of injury for Shellen there. And we all know Shellen takes that so well. Everyone else seems fine. Charlie, just quick tend to him. And we'll clean up the mess. Okay, well, that was pretty well taken care of. You guys are good. Let's just unforbid all that. Unforbid all that stuff. That is a real shame. There were some good colonist materials in that raid. Oh, we've gotten everything over here. You know what? While we're in a little bit of a martial mode, let's just get everyone up and take a peek inside these cryosleep caskets while we're at it. And Shellen, you're my least favorite colonist right now because you're always in trouble. You can open up. All right, let's see who these people are. We have Uma, an architect. She is a baseliner, chemical interest, great at art and animals, not half bad at construction. Bionic leg. Now, this is where a different colony might say, ooh, free bionic leg. But we're not really going to be those kind of people, I think. This guy's got a bionic stomach, which is kind of worse to contemplate in that regard. What is he? He's also a baseliner. Wow, he's a careful shooter, gourmand, teetotaler, and asexual. Gourmand is kind of awful. The rest is okay. I can get in there. I can get behind that. Lucia, welcome. It's a longer stream of yours than usual. Welcome aboard, everybody. This is our Project Transhuman playthrough where Charlie7 is attempting to establish a school for special youngsters. We're not going to call them mutants here, but kind of the general idea. And so far, we don't have any kids. So we're really trying to get the school grounds established, pick up some faculty. We're horrible role models right now. We're kind of abrasive and tantrum throwing, but we're working on it. We just found 2 new friends, neither of whom we want to keep long term. There we go. Oh, he had an assault rifle. Nice. Oh, bio-coded. Blah. We can take the... Actually, we'll leave the cryosleep caskets intact until we have a need for the uranium in them. Meantime, they're for emergencies. Oh, Evie got off the map successfully, so we got a little bit of a boost with her faction. Who's complaining? Charlie7 is upset. What are you worried about, sir? Um, Rotting corpses. Wants a neural supercharge. We got ourselves in trouble with a little bit of colony wealth before we're ready to build those. Terrible festival. Yeah, we try to celebrate our version of futuristic Christmas with our shiny aluminum Christmas tree, and we did a poor job of it. Apparently, for that kind of festival, the more the merrier, and we didn't have very many people. But we're... wow. He is a rock mentally, and everything is weighing on him. We're just going to have to let him recover. Forget about the corpses for a little while. Play some pool. We can throw some light into that pool room. Because if anyone's ever played pool before, it's not the kind of game that works well in the dark. I mean, maybe if your opponent's a lot better than you, might even the playing field a little bit. Oh, we have dye. Okay. So what is this over here? It looked like eggs. I don't use dye often enough to recognize it so readily. Shellin is our biggest offender. Shellin, and to a lesser extent, Hosh. All kinds of tantrums. If you see these 2 little ghostly outlines, that's because we have the automatic rebuild if destroyed, and they destroyed a couple potted plants and a couple beds last tantrum. There used to be a 6th bed here too, but we're not rebuilding these, well, frankly, unrebuildable ancient beds. But this is our ancient weapon stockpile, I think it was, or ancient garrison. That was our starting area, and we're working on getting some stuff built into the side of the mountain over here for long-term protection of the students. Gonna get toxifier generators, and we've already got the pollution pump in place. You can tell the constructoids aren't really all that bright building the pollution pump first. All right, great. And we'll just put some hidden conduit. And once we get this a little bit more... Actually, you know what? We could probably work on that now. Let's get some steel doors. And this is going to be technically our wall area, but what we're going to do instead is make sure we don't have overhead mounting on some of these. Yeah, no overhead mounts. We can carve out a 2x3 area and make sure there's no... Actually, do we need 2x3? No, just a 2x2 area will work. Let's see. Mine out those 2 spots. And we'll designate no roof for a couple of them, and then we'll blow our hot air right out there. It's, got a war merchant coming. All right, Charlie's going to have to deal with them, because they might actually be useful. All right. Who's in charge, guys? Doesn't matter. Trade with Pig. Sounds like a Black Sabbath fan. All right. Interesting. They'll buy our grizzly bear, but they don't care about our muffalos? Well, I guess they're a war merchant. War muffalos probably aren't as big a thing as war bears. War bears aren't really a thing either. You know, We don't really have a strong attachment to our grizzly bear. I think that might be just, it's self-attained. Maybe we find it someone who will put it to good use, get it a fun job. We could sell it our yayo. I don't think we need any of that. Tox shells. If nothing else, we'll get gold out of these guys if we don't, or silver out of these guys if we don't find anything good to buy from them. And it does look like they have a lot of garbage. Let's get rid of some of our lesser weaponry here. We don't need a auto pistol or bolt action rifle anymore. LMG. We'll keep the heavier duty stuff for new colonists. But we've got 2 assault rifles, a charge rifle, and a beam repeater that we found in this ancient garrison. So we're plenty well armed. Just get rid of the real weak stuff. Uranium Club is hilarious. It should actually be a really great club. That's anything else we want. I don't think any of these things tempt us in the slightest. And they have the money to cover that. I don't think there's anything we want from them. No, I think we're good. All right. We're just collecting money from these guys. Clear out some inventory. Get rid of some stuff we're probably never going to use. Tantrum, Shellin, again. Final straw is intense pain, which you might stop experiencing if you calm the hell down. What are you doing? You're attacking our gravelite panels? You're moving so slowly. Yeah, you're 42% moving. This is a slow motion tantrum. Abusing a chess table. I can kind of see. I've been mad at chess before too. I have no idea. This tantrum makes no sense. You just have to go outdoors, attack a door, attack a corpse, random wall as part of our defenses. Like, I remember getting hurt over here. These walls make me mad now. I do appreciate being out here, though, rather than in the base destroying actual valuable things and furniture we're using. And Rodriguez is in a daze because of an ugly environment. Why did everyone go over here? That's so weird. Is it nice in there? It's 20 degrees outdoors, 21 indoors. I don't know. Interesting. You have a sheriff cat taking out tantrum throwing dwarfs. That's great. It's not so much a secret tunnel. This is really just going to be our future freezer. I mean, we're not making a secret of it. Apparently, random merchants stopping by know it's here. And if I know merchants, they're going to be like, hey, these guys have a great spot they don't tell anybody about. It's just, oh, that is a thick roof there. You know what? That's going to be fine, though. One vented roof spot is all I really need here. That will work. Food poisoning from an incompetent cook. Yeah, we do need to get out of the business of cooking unless we find someone who can do it right. We just had a raid where we had, like, 4 out of 5 people I would have taken for this colony. And they all died because our weapons are brutal. Okay, my well-marked entryway secret tunnel. Yeah. All right, let's get some temperature control in here. We can actually start using this as a cooler as soon as this is in place. Or those two. And one of the 2 spaces above vents to air. All the heat can come out here. We'll be fine. Oops. Oh, and there's no reason not to... Oh, wow, the sniper army is already back? That's quick. I hope they run into these guys on their way out. All right. They're attacking immediately. And they're coming from the south, where we still have intact traps. All right, where are we? Another 5 guys. We have Jason Rasmussen, a wretch. Kleptism. He's equipped with a machine pistol, so that's actually a real weapon. We've got another Wahafi. These guys are tanks. All right. He's a recluse, a tortured artist, chemical fascination, incapable of skilled labor, intellectual, and hauling. Wow. This guy wants to sit around chatting and making art. We've got Jet, who's unwaveringly loyal, so it doesn't much matter what else about him aside from he has a steel club. Oh, sorry. Wolf had a revolver. We've got a machine pistol over here on Chino. Another Stunji. Great memory, and a night owl. Super good with plants. Pretty good cook. He's willing to do some construction for us. For us, like we have already downed him and recruited him. But Chino's our number one target. If we can keep a Chino, that's great. I didn't really even intend that one, but keep a Chino works for me. And then we have an Azrin with 12 melee skill and 10 construction, a careful shooting psychopath. Wouldn't mind this one so much. It doesn't really fit the school vibe all that well, but we'll see what happens. They're attacking immediately, so we're going to defend ourselves immediately, although only with 3 people. All right, let's get up here, pick out our spot. Oh, wow, we didn't even clean up these yet. All right, so let's just come over and line up there. We don't have great defenses inside yet. That's my bad. Actually, you know what? Let's... I actually do have spots over here. Let's just let them in the base. It's entirely possible that 4 guys will hit these, or 5 guys will hit these, and all... Oh, jeez. All right. They're going to go after our lifter. Fine. When they down our lifter, they can come in the base. I just saw one of the guys take friendly fire. Oh, Jet, how hurt did you get? All right, now they're going to come to the base. Thunk, ka-thunk, thunk. Oh, Chino died. All right, and now we open fire. Hosh is down. How badly hurt is Wolf? Not super badly. How badly hurt is Hosh? I'm not sure why he went down. Oh, he's had food poisoning. So he was practically falling over to begin with, and that was just an excuse. All right, we have Sun here. High on Yayo. Let's see if we can track down Wolf and capture him. Charlie, come on, shoot him. Well, you got him. Well, let's rescue Hosh. Yeah, no immediate danger. He's just puking over there. That's a shame. They weren't as good as the last batch of potential recruits, but they still deserved a better end than, you know, rotting outside our base. All right, trade caravan's leaving. Which way are they leaving? All right, they're leaving north anyway, so they wouldn't have run into those guys. I always do appreciate it when 2 groups of non... Oh, they're leaving back south. Time was off a little bit. Constructoid's taking care of this. Oh, we were just about to create ourselves a stockpile. And this will just be for food. All right, this is going to work out. We'll finish clearing some of this out. We'll start designating out the rest of an indoor base, or at least the beginnings of an indoor base. We're going to want some individual bedrooms. We're going to want a kitchen and common room. All the stuff we've got half-assed over here. We're going to drag indoors and underground. And we're going to force people to come closer to us to do any damage. And you know what? For real safekeeping, let's reinstall this thing in the freezer for just now. Rodriguez is still, but psychotic wandering. Yeah. Hey, we took care of business without her help, so a lot of heavy lifting goes to Charlie7. He's competent in combat and made of robots. Yeah, a lot of stuff's going to get picked up and brought with us. Let's turn food off from storing in here. Maybe we'll be able to save some of this stuff. Keep it from spoiling. Oh, Hosh, you're moving so slow. Still food poisoning. Okay. And missing a toe. Oh, we have a quest. Bull Salvation. Prisoner being held by the sniper army has managed to steal a radio and call you. Bull is being held at a camp near Charlie7's School for Mutants under armed guard. Rescue him and he'll join your colony as a 15-year-old sickly child. He says that there's an enemy outpost at the site guarded by 4 pirates, and there may be an unknown threat. If you miss this opportunity, you may never hear from Bull again. Best skill is intellectual, level 6. Now here's the problem. We can't really get anywhere. Where is our... Okay, it's not the farthest thing. This is our base here. If we were to try to go there, it would be 4 days, so 8 days round trip. And we don't have any travel foods. Although we do have a bunch of muffalos. I mean, we could bring a lot of stuff, but we then have to feed muffalos too. We really do need to eventually turn this into a little rescue ship. But we're still working on the basics. I'd love to be able to go rescue Bull. But the expression is not take the Bull by the muffalos. We need to take him by starship. Oh, Shellen tried to convince Rodriguez. Another 6 hours, we can try our conversion ritual on Rodriguez also. Alright, she's no longer wandering in a psychotic state. That's something. Ambrosia binge. Hosh. Chemical starvation. You know what? That's a self-correcting problem. So, you were in a poor mood because you couldn't get wasted. But you're going to get yourself wasted. Assuming we have ambrosia. Do we? Yep. I actually kind of remember seeing that one of our raiders carried some of that stuff. So, enjoy. As far as psychoactive drugs, ambrosia is not the worst stuff you could be ingesting. I did get rid of our yayo. I gave it to the war merchant. That would have been a worse binge. I don't know if it checks to see how much of something you have before someone tries to binge on it, though. Whoops, not conversion ritual, just regular conversion attempt. We're not going to have a whole, like, holy intervention for her. Another lab. Alright. Plank has been disrespected. We need to look into this. Ultrahumanism requires that a plank be in a dignified room. These room requirements must be met. Room impressiveness 59 of 60 and no work facilities. Okay, so we have it in a heavily worky room. So what we'll do is we will reinstall the tailoring bench over here. And oh, we can't just move it. Oh, that's annoying. Well, we're going to be disrespecting that plank until we get a new basically a new ritual room. Committee chamber, we call them. That was my bad. The room could get a little bit more impressive, though. That would help. So, oh, shoot. I got to set these to cooling. There. And then we'll get this place cooled off below 0 and be able to keep our food safe. There. And they've actually mined out everything I told them to, so I can get them working on some more. All right, let's take a quick pause for a little bit more planning here. Let's get some bedrooms roughed out. All right, so if we want a 5x5 bedroom, no. 5x5 bedroom like that. Saturday Mobius crew. Actually, if you go in the Discord, there's a full summary of what happened, but Roddy died. So the previous week, we left off with a new attempt, and we started in a chem fuel refinery, and there were some hunter drones around, and we triggered one. Not a huge deal, but there's a lot of chem fuel around. We had to be a little careful. Well, we caused an explosion, and Kubu was a little lightly injured. We patched him up, got him a place to rest, but it caused rubble, and Roddy's like, hey, you haven't told us a whole lot of different things to do. I'm going to go clean up some of that rubble. In another room, where there's another hunter drone, and a whole ton of explosives. So I thought we were going to end the playthrough right there, like 5 minutes in. And instead, Roddy managed to run out into a corridor, drag the hunter drone with him so he didn't set off the entire thing of explosives, and took some shrapnel damage. Okay, we got Esper over there. We patched him up. He was okay. Bad shape, but no permanent injuries. You start doing all the normal stuff, beginning of a new colony, and wasn't thinking too much of it. Roddy has a little mental break. He's in pain. Fair enough, you did get exploded on. But his response to that is to wander into another room that we had forbidden the doors to because we peeked inside and saw another hunter drone in there. So he wandered into and out of a room with a hunter drone with the thing following him out, and he's in a daze, so I can't control him to help, and he just got blown up by it. After that, though, weirdly, we started doing kind of okay. We got the colony started. This time around, Esper and Carl hooked up, and Esper's going to have a kid. It's just kind of normal stuff. We're actually getting there. We actually intentionally blew up the explosive. We gathered all the colonists. We cloistered the pets in a safe room. We shot the ancient explosive cache and blew up a ton of walls. Cleared out the space, and we're building our starship indoors in the middle of this ancient chem fuel refinery. And it's actually going pretty good now. So the Saturday morning, or Saturday stream, super. We'll be putting that one on pause this coming Saturday because we've got a major event. Tomorrow we've got Edict AI launching, and the celebratory all-day stream will be 10 a.m. to midnight Pacific next Saturday. So that's going to kind of wipe out the weekly Rimworld Mobius crew. So we'll be doing a bunch of stuff that day. You can check the Discord for all the details, but so 2 Saturdays from now, we'll be back to Mobius and Rimworld. All right, let's see about a couple more bedrooms, and then actually, we've got 4 colonists. Let's get 4 bedrooms assigned or designated out. All right, that looks okay. We'll worry about this part of the colony later, and this will be kitchen and. All right, let's just make a. Well, that's big. All right. All right, that's going to be our common area there. Nope, not quite. There we go. Because we need to mine our way in. All right, so let's get the mining tool out. Let's get a hallway. There. Those will be all our bedrooms. Great. I hate that Charlie7's our best miner, but, you know, he's going to be our best at a bunch of stuff until we get people who are more specialized. I like the fact that he could just go over there and grab himself a meal. That was nice. Saw that move. Let's get our stove reinstalled. It's only to be temporary. And that's in range of power, so we can just work in the cold. Got plenty of grid power left, so we don't need to build a second one yet. How are we doing keeping the defenses back up? All right, we still don't have replacements there or there. All right, where's our constructoid? Recharging. All right, fair. We do seem to be short on wood. So let's get some wood also designated for chopping. So we've taken care of most of the stuff in base. Oh, we got actually a bunch over in the corner here. That's good. And the muffalos don't eat trees. Oh, another thing we can do in this area is we can store our waste packs. It's a temporary solution, but at least they won't rot back into pollution out here. And I think one by one, as we get this area mined out, we'll convert bedrooms, get everyone their own private chambers, and hopefully stop having so many breakdowns about horrible bedrooms. Not that these are going to be great, honestly, but, you know, baby steps. Muffy is pregnant. Oh, Muffy grew up. Muffy and Mark are adult muffalos now. Great. Oh, found some compacted machinery. We'll get that out of the wall too. For those of you who are on an ad break, we just realized that one of our named muffalos was an adult and apparently pregnant. We remember them as babies. We was the first two muffalos born to the herd. We named the first muffalo Muffy, and the second is Mark Muffalo. All right. We'll get that door blueprint in there at some point, but that's going to be Charlie7's room. Let's find his bed. Normal bed, poor bed. Oh, we had a whole bunch of... Man, we had a couple good beds, but all the tantrums took one out. All right, let's reinstall Charlie's bed. Hardly even worth keeping, but let's just get it over there. Worry about improvements later. A cave child from Gubia Pact is passing by. His name is Pezza Trout. Okay. Good for you, Trout. Enjoy the view of the colony on your way through. But we should undesignate these for replacement. We definitely don't need traps in this room anymore. They're just a hazard to our own people. coming up on a second room here. And there's actually room for a bed in there. Let's pick out our next colonist. Oh, our people are such screw-ups. Which one of these three deserves their own room first? If I'm being honest, none of them. But Shillin's not in that bed right now. And they're farthest left on the screen. It's not a very good criteria, I'll admit, but 5 more components just out of that spot. Not bad. Looks like a walk-in closet. Oh. Now, Shellin, you know what? We're canceling your bedroom. Hosh, where's your bed? Hosh, this can be your bedroom. What are you tantruming over? Observed rotting corpse. And you're just going to beat up Muffalo Wool. You hate Muffalo Wool. And doors. Biotech experiment lab found. A crow self-tamed. Oh my god, these people. Oh, you're gonna go... Is that even... Whose assault rifle is that? Who's missing an assault rifle? Hosh is. Hosh, equip your damn assault rifle when you're done whatever you're doing. Those are mad crows. If anything, they're grateful to us for helping police the community. All right, there is so much to be hauled around here. Do I not have a hauler? Oh, was the lifter the one that got killed? That's lifter 1, downed and cannot crawl. All right, let's repair that. As lifter, we got some work for you. I love watching the repairs. It's so much more satisfying than the little band-aids that go up. Like, Shilla, what are you doing over here? What did you just put over there? Like, is the fact that you're like constantly throwing things into the waste disposal why you're so like upset all the time? I'm going to need to research neural superchargers. But we are going to take Charlie7 down a notch on the research. Actually, do we have someone else who can research? Not especially, but Rodriguez can. I mean, it's not a great solution, but... Oh, Buffalo 7 has given birth. And pregnant again. Wow. He's Muffalo. I got an eclipse. We are not generating any solar, so this is just a little nap for the plants. Strawberries, cycloid leaves. Do we actually have... We don't. Built to make psychite tea forever. There we go. And why have we not moved that table? Let's get that table, sorry, that oven moved over here. There we go. Oh, I feel like we should get the benches in here too. Still have plenty of steel. I don't know why we're not building more doors. What's the constructoid up to? Why is the constructoid wandering? I left it in area 1. Okay, let's get it unrestricted. There we go. That explains it. Yeah, definitely want to replenish our spike traps and get the... I'd rather this first, but then the doors would be nice. People's bedrooms. They don't count as bedrooms until there's a door there. Here's the kitchen. This is... doesn't even come up as a room because it's open to the outdoors. Is Hosh okay in this temperature? Yeah, more or less. It might get a little chilly, but he'll be okay. All right, we got another room over here. That's going to be Rodriguez's because Shellen pissed me off. You can get the last bedroom. And there we go. And get the mining job set up for that. And I am actually going to exclude those 2 spots. And then we'll cut through there and put another couple of airlock doors. Sickly child from Halfrinium is passing by. His name is Jason DeBaccio Bratley. How do you get that for a nickname? DeBaccio. All right, lifters bringing toxic waste packs in. Approve. Eventually, I'll want to get those, all together in a corner. But keeping them frozen keeps them from rotting. Oh, I didn't realize how many are in here already. Wow. We really do need to get down the tech tree and do something about that. Oh, at some point we're going to need a comms console so we can contact Diabolus to come and advance us in the Mechanidor plot. Charlie7 could probably solo it with kiting, but it has a massive fireball attack that could really wreck our largely wooden defenses, depending on where it ends up fighting us. Nice. Seeing some of these coming back together. Hosh is upset again. That neural supercharge. Mediocre barracks. A little bit of a... No artificial enhancement. Now, Hosh, were you the one who was missing a toe? Big left toe shot off. Left bite. You got a bite scar. He could use a new leg. It's a shame we didn't claim the leg of that cryosleep person. Free bionic leg, right? Unfortunately, once somebody dies, you can't remove the bionic parts. Quest available, the ancient device. Oh, this is probably for our relic again. Let's see. You've learned of an ancient terminal that contains information about the DNA repository. However, the terminal is surrounded by a tribal village, and the locals venerate it. They aren't part of any major faction. They are willing to let you visit on the pretense of worshipping it, but they will attack when you touch it. You can attack the village from the outside or enter peacefully and try to quickly escape with the data from the terminal. Beware, if you spend over 10 hours in the village or build anything near it, the locals will attack and call reinforcements. I'll accept the quest, but I don't think we're going to do this one. We'll keep waiting for things to come to us. We've gotten 1 of 5 pieces of information to find our relic. We have our crow. Forgot about the crow. We should tell it where to be. Let's assign it to Greater Basia, which I think we need to expand. Greater Basia can now include inside the mountain. We'll plan ahead. There. Oh, that's also definitely part of our base. There. Good enough. All right, we're getting our last bedroom called out. And whose bed? Oh, it's going to be Shillin's bed last. Anyone who would like to have their bed inside the mountain is welcome to pick it up and move it. Don't know why we haven't done that. Lifter still up and running? It does not look happy, though. It is moving 33%. Charlie, repair the lifter. There we go. There we go. Moving 100%. That should help a lot. It seems to be fixated on rice right now, but that's fine. We're going to want to build ourselves some shelves in here. What do we have a lot of? We haven't really built any stone blocks at all. Actually, do we have a stoneworker's table even? We have a quest. Benson's collection of valuables. Benson, Indic avatar of Halfornium, has collected valuable items worth 1275 not far from us. The collection consists of 75 hyperweave and 12 glitterworld medicine. Maybe an unknown threat. Hyperweave I'm not really a fan of. It's tough to get enough of it to do anything with. Like a duster would be 80, and we can't even make one out of that. The glitterworld medicine is great, but we're okay. And I don't know that we're actually going to get to this item stash. Where is it? It is... Ouch, that is not a 4.5 days travel time if we zip up to the road and back. Yeah. Now, that can end up happening. We may end up with a shuttle at some point. If we get the Sanguiphage quest, where a group of Sanguiphages, a Sanguiphage and a couple Thralls crash near us, disassembling their shuttle leaves you a shuttle engine. You can build a shuttle if you research it. Oh, research. Let's get... remember to keep trying to convert Rodriguez. But if we can build a shuttle, we can go on some of these little missions. The rescue somebody, the grab something. All right. Certainty down to 32%. Certainly better than the 99 it was a little while ago. Are there any rituals we can conduct? Role change, yeah. None of our other celebrations are ready yet. Why is this dead Militor on the ground here? Oh, we made a little stockpile for them. Well, that's nice at least. And the other one is just must be carried to charger. Why does he keep popping off the charger? Well, everyone's sleeping, and no one has their beds in their bedrooms. Disappointing. Hosh, food poisoning again. Oh, you're going to cook. Oh! That's poetic justice. He's the cook. You get food poisoning from his own work. How bad is your cooking anyway? 5. Eh. If we had a clean kitchen, he wouldn't be giving people food poisoning, but we don't. Shillon, what are you doing? First things first, clean the kitchen. You're going to try holding that Militor to a charger. Let's see if you succeed. I don't know why you wouldn't. No, I don't know why it's not going on there. That's happened before. Gurlin pod spout. Yeah, can't speak. Gorlin prod. A nice tree is on the map over here. And we're going to just send Charlie7 out because he's the only one we trust to do anything competently. And we're going to be able to plant this awesome tree to make our people happy. It'll be super pretty. It looks nice. All right. A group of Neanderthals from Fafwolo people have arrived nearby. They will prepare for a while, then attack. Okay, this is going to be a little hairy because I think I'm going to have to run right past them. Oh, they're down at the bottom of the map. We've got 3 of them. Are they all Neanderthals? Yes. We've got Jackal, 49-year-old, psychically sensitive and kind with a steel ikwa. We have Panther, with a marble club, psychically hypersensitive. Good cook, though. And we've got a psychopath pyromaniac with a steel spear who's good at cook, but probably won't be trusted around hot things. So we've got Crow, Panther, and Jackal. I kind of like the like team name theme we've got going here, guys. Now, Charlie7, are you actually carrying? You got the seed. Okay, so you're going to see if you can run past them. Yep, they did not trigger off of you. Great. And we will plant that a little later. We'll figure out a nice spot for it, probably somewhere around here where everyone will see it on their way past, both directions, like right in this little area. It works sort of like the general size and shape of a growing lamp, like a sun lamp, but it creates like beautiful moss outdoors. All right, so let's... All right, I don't think we want to let everyone get back over in the mountain. Let's just get everyone in place. They're going to get... Yeah, look at Hosh. Slowly moving over to us. Actually, you know what? Let's provoke them. We're in position now. Okay, here they come. Charlie7 moves so much faster, I'm not worried about them catching up to him. All right, Crow's the one we didn't want to keep anyway. Well, we disposed of them. Rodriguez took a couple clubs to the torso and rib cage, but that should be fine. And everyone else is just on the ground. Let's just back about your business, people. Clean, efficient. Can respect that. Not often that we manage to pull that off. I mean, they did close to melee, but they're Neanderthals. They're tougher than average. I think they have a minus 50% to pain and take a little less damage. Oh, Rodriguez is dazed because of pain? Serious pain. All right, let's take a look at what you were calling serious pain. So I saw medium listed here. Yeah. You're in medium pain, ma'am. Your consciousness is 91%. You're moving to 89. You're using despised weapon and observed rotted corpses. You really are upset about this assault rifle. What do you want to be wielding? I haven't really looked into that. I want to get you out of this astro-archism. Your relic is even a super assault rifle. All right, so noble is melee, despised ranged. So you'd rather be wielding like a knife. Are you any good with those? Yeah, you actually are better with melee weapons, but we're not really a melee outfit. How long until we can try to convert you again? No. We took her on knowing she was going to be a project, and she is living up to that billing. Go Juice binge. Hosh. Final straw. Intense pain. You did not get hurt there. Oh, you're in pain from food poisoning. Your tummy hurts because of your own cooking. Charlie, I gotta say, you have not recruited the best faculty. I'm glad there aren't any students yet because this is not the education we want for our future, whatever we're turning these people into. Leaders, philosophers, happy, well-adjusted individuals. We have role models for none of that. Overdose. Hosh. All right, can you... Oh, let's see. Can we do anything to you? No, we don't. Not going to arrest him. Nope, nothing else we can do about it. Oh, Charlie7's. Oh, some beds have moved over. Who's got beds now? Let's actually clear out these plans. All right, so everyone's got their beds here now. That's much better. Exotic goods trader from Anrestia. All right, we'll let them hang out for a little bit. Charlie7 needs some rest. And we will run a power conduit down here so we can have some lights for everybody in their bedrooms. No one likes to get dressed in the dark. Who's Major Breakfast? Oh, Shellen! You're telling me that Shellen might not be happy? What happened to Rodriguez? Oh, you still haven't been tended to. Charlie! Did you hear a cat? I may have tuned it out. It is entirely possible you heard a cat incidentally. All right. Where is our guy? Pansy will trade with us. All right. Oh, they will take Muffalos. So we may actually be able to trade in Muffalos. We're not going to trade Muffy or Mark. What? You don't want us to trade Muffalos? We have too many Muffalos. We can't take good care of them all. An exotic goods trader would do well to take care of new Muffalos. All right, death rest capacity serum, plasteel, gene packs. We're not really to the point of using those yet, but we're close. These are exotic goods traders. These aren't war merchants or slavers. We have books. We love books. We love books around here, even when it does not make sense in the narrative to like books. but this is going to be a school. We need books. So we've got Clark's Diary, an early edition of the author's manual on handcrafting. The author's rhetoric in the abstract does not distract from the core concepts. According to the back flap, Emma Clark's reputation was so terrible that she published this book under a pseudonym. It says that a subscription of the booksellers of Zegler produced the first edition of this book. That doesn't make sense. This book has had many owners, but the pages are decent. If lightly scored, it gives crafting XP, 250 per hour, max level of 8. That's actually pretty good. We don't have any real crafters that could learn from it. Golo's insights on manufacturing also gives crafting. True lovers of craftsmanship cannot ignore Golo's book. Neither can I, because it only costs $177. Honestly, I wish I could sell books for $177. And Burglar's Claymore. In this thoughtful and eloquent novel, the writer Frankie illuminates the narrative of her home planet. It is gripping during some parts, but has some glaring plot holes. It's unclear exactly when the book was written. Recreation gain multiplier, 200%. There we go. Now, we can also get Power Claw, which would help with, I think would help with mining, and it gives you the ability to attack in melee combat. Architect Eye and Architect Leg. Oh my goodness. Oh wait, we have a lot of money. We can get one or the other of those. Charlie7 already has Architect, basically everything available. But it would be great to be able to get somebody else involved. I think Hosh, one of his major complaints is that he doesn't have any bionic upgrades. Getting him a leg would be pretty sweet. Now, that would take care of all of our money and then some, but we haven't designated any of our Muffalos to hand over. So let's look at... All right, how many male Muffalos do we have? Male Muffalo, 2 more male Muffalos. We'll keep the calves. And the female Muffalos. I think we're good with that. We'll end up with like 400 left over. And we'll have some surprise. I think it's for Hosh. Let's do this. All right. We also need a bookshelf. And for the time being, we're going to place that bookshelf let's see, wooden bookcase, just in the back of Charlie7's room. And let's double check that it is Hosh who has, he's also drug, this is a fine citizen we're going to be upgrading to Architect Bionics. But he does want artificial enhancements. Actually, does everybody? Oh, it's from our Ideal Legend. We'll hold off on exactly who gets that. We will put it in Charlie7's quarters, though. Architect body parts, priority critical. Yeah, it would be an expensive book. All right, let's get the books indoors, people. Shellen. Hall. Charlie7. Okay. Shellen's going to pick up multiple things. I'm fine with that. Charlie7's like sitting under the reading. That's awesome. He's reading Golo's insights on manufacturing. Writing an autobiography under a pseudonym is pretty low. We learned about an ancient complex that is nowhere near us. That is a long ways off without a spaceship. Animal starvation. Yeah, this is why we needed to sell off some Muffalos. We just don't have enough to care for them all. Let's build some fencing across there, and we'll expand the area. I mean, it's not a matter of designating more dandelions. It's the amount of labor just to keep up with planting it all. So hopefully trading away a bunch of the adult muffalos will give us more ability to feed the ones we've got. And we'll give them more space, but let's also get that tree planted. Where's the seed? Find me the seed. There we go. We'll plant the tree. Where we go? That looks like a good spot. Why can't we plant it there? Blocked by bush? There we go. Okay, there we go. And then when people walk through this area, they'll say, oh, look, pretty area. Maybe not using those exact words. How are our mechs doing? All right, nobody appears damaged, which is like a first. Agri-hand's running low, Militor's running low. Should auto-repair all these. Oh, the Militor should be back in base. What is it? That stuff still sitting out here. That elephant tusk's rotting away. It's almost worthless at this point. All right, we've finished Neural Supercharger. Neural Superchargers improve consciousness and learning rate, but they also increase hunger, and the effect must be refreshed daily. Transhumanists often hold Neural Supercharging as an important practice. So we're going to get these installed. It's the xenogenetics. So we're going to start getting this mountain base up and running. Okay, gene processing. All right, you're way over there. Let's look over here. We want to... All right, we're still installing things here. Odyssey? No, biotech gives us the... No, it's ideology, actually. It gives us our neural superchargers. There it is. So we'll just put that in the hallway. People can stop outside their bedrooms and zap their brains. Blight in the corn plants. Oh, no, 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 no. Oh, that's a lot of corn plant blight. All right, Agri-hands, do your thing. They're on it. I can give them credit. Like, all they can do is plant, cut, and harvest. And they're cutting out this blight. It would be nice if they started towards the healthy plants to save them. It seems like it should be a base behavior in the game that whenever there's blight, it should be designated for cutting. Like, it doesn't really gain you much to have to designate. There we go. That's all of the blight. And that didn't really cost us much extra. We got on that really quick. Good job, Agri-hands. All right, everyone's got light now. This is great. Let's... those designated for hauling, and we'll just make a little stockpile just for chunks. And hopefully a lifter will just get people's bedrooms cleared out, because if you look at the ugliness, is there -9s a piece? Like the rough floor, -1, not so bad, but -9 for every stone boulder left in their bedrooms really does start pissing people off. Awful bedroom. Awful. 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 These might get down to dull if we get them all cleared out. Now we've got a manhunting pack of tortoises. Man-hunting tortoises. They are to hunt very slow men. 5 of them. Well, we're going to respect the man-hunting tortoises. We're not going to bother shelling about this because he's just going to collapse into a quivering puddle of tantrums. We upset them any further. We did undisrespect this plank too. All right. What are you doing here? Clean sweeper. We're going to get everyone to greater basia. Doom turtles. Turtles. Thonk. Thonk, thonk, thonk. Thonk, thonk, thonk. They're tanking those spike traps pretty well. I feel more of a sense of accomplishment if these things were a little faster. All right. Good job, everybody. We're going to designate, let's see, hunt those. That'll help get them to finish them off. I've had more threatening Manhunter packs. For instance, the crows. All right, Charlie7 can convert again. Let's keep pounding on Rodriguez. 35% down to 20%. That was a good conversion attempt. Shellen, okay, you're improving at least. What are you doing here? Lifter. I told you which ones. These need to get moved. Urgently. I definitely have had manhunting guinea pigs. A long time ago, when I first started playing Rimworld, I think one of my first colonies was lost to a manhunting pack of Yorkshire Terriers. It was humiliating. There was like 9 of them. We were torn to shreds. I thought oh, whatever. Terriers. No, we were mauled. Crow 1. You have a pet crow or pet-ish crow. Wait a minute. Everything slowed down. What is fighting? Oh, one of the tortoises that we designated to finish off got back up. Oh, Charlie's already hunting it, so that'll be okay. Sorry, I'm assuming Charlie7 can hunt this thing. Okay. Whew. That was a little iffy there for a second. I thought the thing was going to run inside. Where are you going? All right, you're just dumping it. That's fine. We probably should get a crematorium at some point to stop traumatizing people every time they go to dump things. Like, we do admittedly have a corpse on the ground problem. Let's start working on that, I guess. All right, we've got our books in the bedroom there. Let's get some stoneworkers, table. We could just have this outside for now. It's really close to the stockpile we've just designated. And this is going to want some sort of stone blocks, but we don't know what stone we're going to make stuff out of yet. So we'll hold off a little bit, but we'll get that crematorium up and running. Um, if we're willing to generate toxic waste from the toxifier generators and store it in a giant freezer, we can go basically as much power as we want to generate. Oh, we've got our neural supercharger in place. Auto use with desire. Yeah, that's the setting we want for it. We will not allow guests. We're not supercharging the world here. We have all our mining designated out, so let's get... Oops, what happened there? Oh, I did actually say I was going to leave a couple of these. I don't know if it was those two, but whatever. We do need to mine that spot out. Charlie7's getting better at mining. That's noticeably faster than it used to be. Yeah, let's get a 5. Oh, he got a neural supercharge. Awesome. The one who's actually mentally tough enough to not need it. Let's get another one of these built. We'll just put them down the corridor like this. And then anyone coming out of a bedroom can just pop by and use one. I think you kind of need one per colonist to keep up with it, but that's what is going on here. Rodriguez tried to convert Charlie7 to her ideology, and this led to a social fight. How badly are you hurt, Rodriguez? Like, we're definitely going to patch you up. What started that fight? Oh, Charlie7 tried to convert Rodriguez to his religion, and Rodriguez reacted in anger and started social fights. Okay, that was just a religious argument. Install sleep accelerators for everybody. That'll help with some of the sleepier colonists. And everyone's going to want them anyway. It's just part of our transhumanism. Are starting to deplete our steel resources. Yeah. There's other mineable stuff around. Actually, we can just designate that vein there. Just silver ore on the wall. Yeah, we haven't really paid much attention to the ore on the map. Oh, ouch. Constructed one failed to construct a neural supercharger. Some resources have been wasted. That's an expensive thing to be wasting. How's this thing going? Begin tree connection ritual. Who is our treeist people? No one is very tree-ish. I'm not putting Charlie on that. He's got enough to do, rather than babysit a tree. We will plan to have a decent-sized colony eventually. If any of our raiders survive, or if our transport pods aren't occupied by people from distinct allied factions, we will work on that. What is our current research project? Oh yeah, gene processor. We're going to back ourselves off here and get some carpets made. Stupid thing, but we've got a bunch of cotton. We've got a bunch of cloth, a ton of cloth built up actually. And we're going to make some ideologically sound favorite color techest carpets for these people's bedrooms. Struck compacted steel. Oh, well, yes. There's more steel behind the steel. We expected that. Oh, there's some back in here too behind the silver. All right, that's more useful information. Ritual opportunity soon. We can host a school dance. Good to know. Be able to start it in 6 hours. All right. It's going to be a lousy one because we don't have a real, facility set up for it. But we'll give it a try. It sometimes will come with a new recruit if we get lucky, and we're at the point now where we'd like to get lucky and get a new recruit who's already part of our ideology. If you have Rimworld ideology, there's like what do they call it? Let me see if I can find something that has it. See, dominant style. So this is hex tile. It would be techist, and people who, oh, transport file crash. People who are part of that ideology will enjoy having it around. They'll actually get a mood buff if a room is predominantly that style. All right, Wedge. Wedge is a 13-year-old teenage space refugee and hacker. He is Yitakin, which is like half our colony already. He's a child prodigy. Yeah, he's a hacker prodigy. He's a masochist, careful shooter, and hard worker. He's good with animals, medical, and intellectual. Enjoys constructing. Can't cook. Won't do dumb labor. Boy, does that sound like a kid. We're going to rescue him, and this may be what we will consider our first student. How badly is he hurt, actually? Not hurt badly at all. All right, we'll just rescue him. And by rescue, I mean capture. We will not be inviting him to the school dance, but we will be hosting it once we're back from this rescue. We will make sure. Wanderer joins? Wow. Warlith, relationship. A digger named Warlith has arrived and wants to join the colony. She is willing to contribute, but will not leave voluntarily, claiming to have nowhere else to go. You can choose to turn her down and send her away. However, your colonist will be disturbed at sending away someone in need. Warlith has a relationship with a colonist. She is Charlie7's ex-wife. Warlith's best stat, mining, skill level 10. Oh. I'm going to go to the audience on this one. Which one was Charlie7's ex? We'll rename her if we need to. We'll hold off on that for a second, but we will accept her. Of course we will. Nora. No, was it Nora? Yeah, go check, please. Thank you. All right, let's jump to location. Oh my goodness, what is Nora here? Or Forsaken. Okay. Body purist, which is not going to go over well with our ideology. She is Nucadian starship. She wants to be shipborne. She prefers being indoors and wants a space habitat. I can see why they broke up. Forsaken are crazy. They're all germline genes too. Wow. Okay, so we could adjust her, but not change her back to a regular human very easily at all. Extraordinary light span, mild UV sensitivity, sterile, which may have also been a relationship breaker. Weird eyes, no hair, beardless, horns. Yeah, they're oddballs. Let's see if we can. All right. Well, they're part of the colony now. Time to carve out another couple bedrooms. Um, we'll actually designate them for north of this room. Let's get back in the planner here. And here, purple will be fine. All right, so that's going to be wall. So 5 by 5 there, 5 by 5 there, and a couple connection points. All right, so once we get this, this cleared out, we'll move on to making those some new bedrooms. Assuming we convert the kid. Actually, Warlith is part of the colony already, so she needs a bedroom. Oh, Charlie are similar age, 47 and 45. Unusually healthy relationship dynamic. You often get stuff like, he's 23, she's 175. Oh, Warlith is a cook? I didn't even check. Let's get some of the basics assigned to her. We'll figure out a weapon to equip her with. What are her schedule or her strengths and weaknesses? Mining. We definitely want her on mining first and foremost. Passion for cooking. So maybe we'll get her to do some cooking while she's not mining, and she'll eventually get better than Hosh at it. And once we get part of this cordoned off as a little kitchen, hopefully there'll be fewer food poisoning incidents once we research some sterile materials and get a nice floor in there. All right. In the meantime, though, let's get her mining and cooking. There. Where are you taking that food? Why? Oh, we filled up our ooh, wow, we filled that place all up. We need to get into there with some shelving. I don't want to make steel shelving. We don't have tons of steel. We're starting to run low on wood. Let's make some wooden shelving, but just make a point to chop more trees. Let's get... there. It is nice that we can overflow a freezer, though. No complaints on that front. And I think once Warlith is back and doing what she loves, we can turn Charlie7 back onto researching first and foremost. I wonder if this is going to connect through there. Wouldn't surprise me if that's all one vein. All right, I think we are going to just pause quick. We're going to grab, call her Nora. And Raven Warlith. What does that sound forsaken? Rodriguez also is not particularly dedicated to mining. Let's see what she is up to. Oh, actually, she does enjoy mining. I take it back. Well, for a mountain base we're trying to work into, that's actually pretty solid. Two people with a passion for mining. It's not a burning passion, but they'll like doing it. All right, let's also, now that we've got this, deconstruct some of this wall. I don't know why I'm doing that one by one there. Just make sure not to deconstruct the pen marker by accident. And then this will open all up into one pen, and the Muffalos can proliferate. Oh, sorry. We need to host that school dance before time passes. Let's take a school dance. 32% expected quality. We'd love to have loudspeakers on the light ball, but we don't, so we're just going to have the event. Everyone's going to kind of shake around a little bit, because that's what a school dance is all about. Ooh, we had a fun school dance. I think that's a paradox. Everyone participating in the ritual gains +8 mood for 6 days, and a wanderer has arrived and wants to join our colony. So let's find out. A ranger named Heish has arrived and wants to join the colony. She is willing to contribute, but will not leave voluntarily, yada yada. We all know that part. Best stat, medical 11. And let's see what we can find out. Is this another Yitakin? Another Yitakin. Wow, so many of them. Kind, but a slowpoke, incapable of violence. Now that sounds a little bit like a teacher. Good with plants, which we've been missing. So this might be the one we bond to the Garland tree. Also good at medicine. Health is fine. Okay, well, welcome to the colony, Heish. We're suddenly got a whole bunch of people. Whoa, a lot of muffalos up here. Let's work on taming some of them. We'll send some people out to do that. Plenty of animal specialists. Are we starting to run short on power here? Some of this stuff is power hungry. Yeah, let's build another. There we go. Gill rot. A parasitic fungus called gill rot has appeared among the local fish populations. We're not fishing, so this is not going to affect us. And we've got this little puddle here, which is enough to swim in. Oh, actually, there are fish in there. There are 20 bass in that spot, and they have gill rot. I suppose if we wanted to fish, it was an option. It's a worse option until the gill rot epidemic is over. Oh, it does connect through. Ha! Why is Charlie7 working on this? Someone else researching? Yeah, Rodriguez is at it. All right, that's fine. As long as someone's doing it. Charlie7 will be better at it. We're going to want to build a T intersection off of here to utilize some of this portion of the base. So start roughing that out in planning form. All right, so if we want to have more bedrooms over here, let's just call bedrooms purple for now. Go back to back there. Constructoid failed to build a toxifier generator. Oh my goodness, guys. Don't be so bad at your jobs. All right, let's get us 3 more. And we'll want to build some, we're going to have an actual school. So let's come up. All right. If we have a space in here, it's only too wide. It'd be awkward. Maybe like a long, skinny. No, let's just have a jog. Let's build more bedrooms off of this area here. Oh, wow. No suitable pen for Muffalo 11. Why do we not have a suitable pen? What is wrong with this pen? We haven't deconstructed any of this to make it bigger. You're taming Muffalo. You're cooking a simple meal. Come down here and deconstruct a wooden fence when you're done with that meal. Think that will make it easier for us to bring Muffalos in. Let's actually get a caravan hitching spot, just for the sake of a place to tie up animals when we don't have a pen in working order. Oh, I know what's going on. I didn't put a fence gate. Let's quickly get that taken care of. I figured our guys can step over it, but we can't bring new animals in because the animals can't get over it. All right, Charlie, quickly just... You take care of this yourself, dude. Like, if you're quick, half the animals won't wander their way out. And they're getting close. There we go. All right. Now, much bigger pen. Animals can go in there again. Not a problem. So it wasn't that we didn't have a pen. So we couldn't get them into a pen. Yeah, a little short on power here. This will fix it. These sleep accelerators use quite a bit of power. And I would buy one if they were available for real. All right, exotic goods trader from Hadforinum. Exotic goods, we're going to buy Muffalos last time. Let's see if we have got any more for them this time. We just tamed a couple. Charlie7, are you available to speak to these nice people? Who have we got here? Cooper. Oh. Wedge no longer incapable of walking. Let's make sure we have him set to convert. There. Work on him. Okie dokie. What do you guys got for us? More books? The Bad Roulette. This mediocre biography covers a writer as he strives to locate a new kidney to replace his own diseased kidney. It is appealing to a certain type of reader, but has some glaring plot holes. Well, clearly the type of reader is people who need kidneys, and the plot hole is where the kidney is going to come out. It's unclear exactly when the book was written, probably during the later portion of that writer's life. We get a recreation gain multiplier of 160%, and we discover a quest from it, so nifty. And we've got Yolanda's discoveries in the infrastructure, or in infrastructure. Trains construction skill. An early edition of the author's book on infrastructure is a succinct frontispiece of a complex subject. Okay, according to the outline, Yolanda Klein's knowledge of structures was so renowned that people would stop her in the street to question her about it. The digest says that, though these notes were made for Yolanda's personal use, they have been widely shared. This book has had many owners, but the pages are decent if slightly scored. That's fine. We can grab that. There's a kidney for sale. That's hilarious. Oh. We don't need a kidney for anything. No one's deaf around here. We have an architect leg that we could sell back for 2/3 of what we paid for it, but we'll hold off on that for now. We can get flat screen television. I don't think we can afford that, but let's see what we can do for selling animals. Buffalo calves aren't a great deal for us. We could rescue the author, provide him bionic kidney. Well, we'd have to buy the book, read it, get the quest, and then it'd be that. We'll find out, though. We are buying it. Let's see now. We're not selling Mark or Muffy. Let's just sell enough Muffalos that we can cover our expenses here. I don't like selling the pregnant Muffalos, but that's... We need to sell something else. What else have we got? A bunch of plasteel. Oh, we have a reinforced barrel. We don't need that. Not yet, anyway. Not for a while. That'll take care of it. We can afford that. All right, let's do it. We have a flat screen TV and 2 new books. Let's get the flat screen TV just placed somewhere. You know, just any old where. Once we get this place, we'll move it into the common room somewhere. Somewhere where we can watch TV and eat at the same time. Well, we don't have an Omni connection here. We need the Earth-wide. Wrong universe. And I don't know that we've got an Earth-wide connection here. This is technically outdoors, so... Well, oh, food binge. Hosh, what is wrong with you people? This is fine. Everything's fine. All right, gene processing technology, and we'll find out what the heck is wrong with Hosh. Let's research our carpets, which we said we were going to do. At Hosh, recreation was unfulfilled. We just bought a flat screen TV. Have a little patience, dude. Also, we have a chess set and a pool table. A poker table. You could have done something. What else? Neural supercharge. It's available. You could have used it. We're disrespecting the plank. That's fine. No artificial enhancement. Oh, man, do we want to? You know what? We're gonna quit your whining. Your legs shot off. Hate doing this, but we are gonna make you awesome. Architect left leg. I have done that mistake before. And all right, see, where do we have? Let's just need that medical. How clean is this room? The room is actually clean right now. Nice. Okay, you are in a breakdown. You're eating. But once you're done eating, we'll slap a new leg on you and hopefully cheer you up. Because that's how legs work. They make people very happy. I'd imagine your first week on a new architect leg, you'd be really walking with a weird gait. It's like, I think it's 150% the speed. Oh, we have a available neural supercharge. Oh, is Charlie ready to convert somebody? All right, who do we need converting? Rodriguez. Okay, you're getting low, so let's see if we can finish you off, and then we'll work on Nora. Where's Nora? Where's Rodriguez? Oh, researching. That's why researching is taking so long these days. Oh, almost done with her certainty. Now, where was she going? Oh, she's fine. She's fine. All right. Thought her name turned blue for a second. Might have just been wow, me. Oh, his certainty is dropping quick. This should be good. And once we get him to finish researching our carpets, this should really make some nice bedrooms over here. And we'll get some tables in here, some nice chairs. We've got a whole bunch of textiles. We have 2,200 muffalo wool. We're going to have so many muffalo wool beanbag chairs, couches. No, it's successfully tamed a muffalo. This is the map that keeps on giving. Shillin's probably going after some too. 46% chance, but failed. 46% chance isn't half bad. Well, I guess it's slightly more than half bad. All right, guys. I appreciate the steel. Really do. We do need the steel. Let's get some more chopping designated. This is protected from chopping, correct? Yeah. Prevent cutting. Oh, we said we are going to get Haish to bond with the tree. So Haish will do the tree connecting ritual once you're... Oh, the ritual's already begun. Never mind. I thought we were going to have to wake you up first. All right. Well, that was quick. He's connected, and now stuff's going to start looking better. I have to pick a dryad cast. What do we want our dryads to do? These aren't very impactful at all. You know what? Just a hauler. Just a little guy that'll carry some stuff around. Yeah. It's something that'll never not be useful. How's our power output? Wow. With all that, we still only have a grid excess of 320 watts. We installed a lot of very power-intensive devices. We're down to 15 components, too. It's going to be something to watch out for. Another thing to watch out for is this is all technically in outdoors. We should get basic. Let's just make a little entrance here. It's a fancy school. We can have a fancy entrance with wood. Actually, an ornate door would be pretty appropriate for this. We don't have any gold, but maybe if we do, we'll switch over to an ornate door. I had a grab ship in a offline playthrough where I had a ton of gold at some point, and I just made an ornate door entirely out of gold. So you see, it requires 50 gold, but it also requires 75 of metal. And if you use one of the low metal count things like silver or steel or whatever, it takes 10 times as much. So it took 800 gold to build that. All right, hide in the room. Shellin, that plank disrespected thing really started bothering him. But I can live with hide in room. Like, just stop breaking stuff. Maybe the room just doesn't have enough stuff to break. Conversion. Hey, Wedge is now on board with our ideologian. Wedge, come join us. And I think that's where we're going to need to put ourselves in a school. So let's figure out where we're going to want our classroom. I think Wedge is technically old enough to be an adult, but we're still going to treat this as a school, and we're going to designate out an appropriate classroom environment. So this is the center. We'll go there. Oh, that still doesn't work. Hold on. It's, there. We'll have a entrance. There. Buffalo 6 is giving birth again. Oh, I see Mark marking his territory. And Buffalo 1 is pregnant. Oh, we're getting close on that carpet. Stupidest thing, but it's really going to make a big impact on the quality of life around the colony. Although we've gotten all the stone out of these bedrooms, which is nice. Did I go through all that and not end up designating trees to chop? There we go. Don't know who's going to take care of that. Oh, the Agrahands do it. Ooh, I wouldn't really realize that. Quest available, the Duxty Complex. All right, let's pause here for a second and read. You've learned of an ancient complex nearby. It is said to contain information about the DNA repository. If you can break into the structure and hack the computers inside, you can collect the information. But watch out, there may still be all manner of dangers inside, and other enemies may also be attracted by the activity at the structure. Well, we'll accept and not do this one, because unless something changes drastically, we don't have means of transport. And we're still doing well on the temperature indoors, so we turn on the temperature view quick. See that we've got our icy, cold, frozen room. Ambrosia sprout. Is that on campus? It is. All right, we're going to do a little trick here. Create a growing zone around all of this. Yeah, that's all one zone. And we're going to designate it to not allow sowing. All we're going to do is harvest from it. Corn's coming along. You can see the whole area where we had to rescue from the blight. But everything outside that area is thanks to our Agrahan's efforts to quickly take care of that blight. All right, we finished carpet making. All right, let's get some other stuff done. Sterile materials. We're going to be building a kitchen soon. Proper one, somewhere in the corner of this place. Maybe the lower corner might make more sense, since the upper corner is going to be bedroom access. Oh, now, here's a fun little effort. Let's see what Charlie7's favorite color is. That's his bedroom. Bio says his favorite color is dark blue. Now, here's the thing that bothers me a little bit. Where are we going? Hex carpet. The colors don't match up. Here's pastel blue, sky blue, marine, just blue. So we're going to pick something close-ish. I think dusk might work. This is entirely for our benefit. He doesn't actually notice the color of the carpet, although he will notice that it is nice hex carpet. All right, we've got Hosh. Hosh's favorite color is, it doesn't give it a name, brown. That's a brown. So we'll get him. It's called subtle red. That looks like brown to me. Dirt brown, dark brown. Didn't we'll get the doorway being their favorite color too. Now we've got Rodriguez. Rodriguez, what is your favorite color? She just likes dark green. Easy enough. We'll call that either Viridian or pine. Let's go pine green. And Shellen, you are green, but your favorite color is light orange. And you know what? It's your bedroom. If that makes you happy, or should make you happy but doesn't actually, pastel orange will have to do. There we go. Bam. Now these actually take 35 cloth a piece, so that's a lot of cloth. I don't even know if we have enough, and we've got, like, well, actually we have 3,000. That's probably going to be enough. Probably not by that much. Actually, it might be just barely not quite enough. So you figure 3,500 to be 100 squares. These are 4 5x5 blocks with a 1 square doorway, so 104. It's actually a little more than 3,500. So we're going to have to actually wait for this crop to finish coming in to actually carpet 4 rooms. It's very labor intensive, or cloth intensive. Nora's doing great over here, though. We can. One reason I like doing this type of designation is I can then put in a door before I even have a throughway here. Never actually have to worry about losing all of our cool air. All right, so we will want another door at the entrance. And we're definitely going to want all this carpeted. Oh, actually, we're going to subdivide it off into a kitchen also. So let's reinstall that. Let's get that out of the way first. get all of that stuff out of the way. Oh, we haven't been assigning a job here. Let's get any locks, do forever, and don't take, sorry, let's, ingredient radius. There. Shrink it down so it gets inside the stockpile, but not a whole lot else. Whoever said nearby, is that relative? I must have missed that in chat earlier. Apologies. We need another of these toxic power generators already. Let's just build 2 more. We'll build 1 and then the other ones. I think you can't walk over these for some reason. I said the DNA repository was nearby. We can take a quick look and see where that actually is. Actually, that one really is nearby. Usually it's nowhere near that. It's still a 2-day trip, and we still don't have any way to feed ourselves on that 2-day trip. But it's not as unreasonable as some of the other things we've seen. All right, where's our construct bot? All right, the constructor bot is building hex carpet, which is not a bad thing, but I really wish it would prioritize building a power generator. It does feel like a good Project Transhuman quest. That's why they're all themed for our relics. Oh, quest expired. Oh, we have visitors. Hold on. They have good to trade. Oh, they haven't gotten to us yet. Oh, no, they're leaving. That was my bad missing them. We have another quest. Hold on. What is this? Oh! You have intercepted a distress signal. A hostile shuttle carrying a sanguiphage master and 3 thralls is having trouble with its engines. You can use signals to draw it down to a crash near Charlie7's school for mutants. Aha! Aha! Once the ship has crashed, you can fight the sanguiphage and his minions. You can capture the master. If you capture the master, you can force him to turn one of your colonists into a sanguiphage. Don't have to. Here's the thing. That quest crashes a shuttle near us. Now, the shuttle is unrecoverable, but the engine is salvageable. So then we can look into researching transport pods and then shuttles, and then we can have a little shuttle to do some of these little quests. Definitely accepting this one. And I think this is going to be a perfect place to leave off for the night. A little bit of suspense. Let's let the shuttle crash. And next time, we're going to pick up and we are going to investigate Ninjak, the handyman sanguiphage, who's depressive at bloodlust, massive intellectual, wonderful at construction, would probably be an incredible addition to the colony. But we want his shuttle. Who needs sleep? I can answer that question in one simple word. Me. So, yeah, we get another vote for that. And, yeah, I think we're going to plan to continue this another night. Let me see who else is streaming tonight. Ooh, it's a quiet night. I don't know anyone else who's streaming either Rimworld or Dwarf Fortress, which is unfortunate. I don't really like dumping you guys on people I haven't at least a little bit vetted. Every once in a while I'll do it on a really small creator if it's the same game, but I think I will leave you guys to your own devices and not go on a raid. So thank you all for joining us. Tomorrow we have our launch of Edict AI. So anyone who's been looking out for that one, you can check on the Discord for any of the links you might need. And we're also doing an Edict AI launch party this coming Saturday. So if any of you are able to join that, it's from 10 a.m. to midnight Pacific. Stop by for any and all portions of it. We'll be listening to some of the excerpt from the book, playing some themed games, and we're doing some of our microfiction game, 1,000 Words of J.S. Morin, where we take pictures I haven't seen from a Discord channel I don't look at and make up instant stories about it. Yes, we're also doing ebook signings. If you've got an ebook from Edict AI, we can do signings of that. It's a technical thing that Kristen has figured out that I will be learning, and we'll do our best to make sure that goes off as smoothly as possible. So look forward to seeing you all then. Like, subscribe, all that stuff. YouTube, thank you.